Hey there, Julia here. Today we're just gonna do a fun, chill swatch party. Also want to add to my swatch cards as well. I am slowly, as I'm doing these, organizing them by brand, like no pressure or anything, in this little ring of swatch cards by Waringle. So I'm going to be doing that too, most likely off camera. But today our swatch party is a Birmingham Pen Company one. Sometimes a quite divisive brand of inks because they are a small batch ink company. They only have 2 full-time employees, which is wild. They're out of Pittsburgh in the US, and I do believe they only ship to the US, so it's quite limited on all fronts because the inks themselves are limited in batches and in color, and they're also limited to where they can ship. And even though the inks are so good and pretty popular, they're good with their size. They are churning them out. They are doing things on their terms. So of course that's gonna make some people uncomfy, but it is what it is. The inks are beautiful, and honestly, this swatch party won't even scratch the surface of what is and what has been available. I'm actually gonna do my full bottles and my samples. Typically, I only do full bottles for these swatch parties, but I just wanted to do them all today. I do have a few other samples on the way from a pen friend, but I just wanted to go ahead and run with what I have today. And I'm just gonna pull. So these will not go in any color order. I'm just pulling from my little bucket of Birmingham Pen Company inks, and I will start with samples actually. And I'm going to be swatching with my glass stir today and writing with the Sailor Hakoto with a fine tip. So the first one that I've picked up is Birmingham Pen Company, of course, Rotten Seaweed. And I remember having this one in a pen and absolutely loving it. Such a odd greenish gold color. And I really hope that this will be helpful because I know I have a hard time really connecting the swatches that I see on Birmingham Pen Company's website to what I see on paper, on swatches online. I feel like sometimes they don't match exactly. Let me know if that's just me. And we will get some fun green, like neon sheen on this one, so very fun. The next one I want to go with is Tiger's Eye. And again, I remember really loving this ink as well when it was in a pen, and it reminded me of Rotten Seaweed, so I definitely want to see those side by side. Yeah, this looks a little more golden, at least when it's going down initially. And they both turn the water this super neon green. So yeah, similar but different. Next, I'm gonna go with Burleywood, which I have not had in a pen or anything quite yet. Wow, it's a beautiful brown though. Gorgeous is drying down a little darker, but you can see the colors that you would get with shading with thicker nibs. You can even see it a little bit in the dip pen writing here, some of the shading. It's very subtle, and you know I love that. Next up, we have Emerald Tree Monitor. Ugh. beautiful teal. That is gorgeous. I need to get that in a pen. I feel like I say that so often. I need to like write it down every time I say it. So, oh, that's a good idea actually. So I can have a list of, I need to put that in a pen and then actually do that. You think I'm kidding? No. Next up is Salamander. And I have had this in something and I just love this color. It's like a desaturated blue-green. Next up is Combine Harvester. It's a very deep green. This is gorgeous. And I know I swatched a few of these before when I got this really amazingly huge Happy Mail ink swap situation from pen friend Jamie. And you know, over time and recency bias and all of that, you kind of forget how beautiful the inks are that you have and have swatched. And this is definitely one of those cases. Even in the dip nib, very lovely flow. It's so luxurious looking and feeling. Okay, next up, I'm going to go Water Bear. And this one is on my list to use in 2025. At the beginning of 2025, I did a list of inks that I had that I was like, I guess similar to this. I need to put it in a pen list, but I did a video on pens that or inks that I wanted to use in 2025. And this was on there, just inks that I had gotten somewhat recently or not that I was intrigued by. And this one is just such an odd color that I'm not even gonna speak on the color until it dries down. Because right now it looks gray, but it has a tinge of green in it, but I also can see like a little bit of purple. It's just all over the place. All right, this one I know I want to get in a pen as well. Writes it down. This is Waterfront Dusk. I mean, wow. So pretty. I love this tone of purple. Next sample is Oak Moss, which I cannot remember at all what this looks like. It's a green, like a gray, maybe a gray green. Oh, that's gorgeous. I was actually expecting something darker just with the way that it looks in the sample vial. Wow. Oh yeah, that needs to go on the list. That's so pretty. Next up, I have Weathered Penny, which I love that name. It's like a penny that's been through it. Ooh, yeah, that's cool looking. Yeah, I really like that. It's like a reddish purplish brown. Next up, I have Corn Earworm, which I have had in a pen somewhat recently and enjoyed it. It's a lovely color. Okay, from here we are going to move on to the full bottles. And I forgot to mention that Birmingham Pen Company's inks, they tout on their site that they are mixable, made to mix. And another cool thing about them, on the site, there are recipes for making ink. So if you happen to have a nice stock of their inks, you can mix some of these colors yourself, which I think is fun. As you know, or may not know, I do have a few videos on mixing inks. A lot of them are Birmingham Pen Company inks that I'm mixing. One of my favorite ones is Tea Berry Ice Rink, where I mix tea berry ice cream and ice rink. So yeah, let's swatch those real quick. So this is Tea Berry Ice Cream, and I have never used this ink as is in a pen because it is so very bright and neon and just like not my vibe. However, it is an awesome ink to mix with. So this is a 100 ml bottle, and you can see where it is almost halfway empty. And that's all just from mixing other colors. Next up is Ice Rink. I love this blue so much. One of the first, along with Tea Berry Ice Cream, one of the first Birmingham Pen Company inks that, as a Christmas gift actually. Oh, it's just so, the color is so saturated and the ink is very saturated as well. I really hope I mentioned it on my favorite blues video. I can't see me not mentioning it, but I do have a video of my favorite blues that I'll leave up here. Blues that are not so boring. This one has a nice red sheen as well that hopefully we'll see as it dries down. You can definitely see it on the bottle. Another one of their kind of darker blues that I like is Polar Shadow. Like a blue, black, dark teal, like very dark teal, like teal black? We'll say teal black. Since we're in the blue family, let's keep it going. This is Kraken's Wake, which, if I remember correctly, is a blue, but like more on the purpley side, so almost getting into that blurpley territory. But it does feel a little more traditional. Let's go full on purple here. This is Nocturnal Lavender. I do remember really loving the shading in this ink. It is a very dark, moody, purpley lavender with some really cool shading. Yeah, and I don't know what the recipe for this ink is. That is not something that I keep in my brain, but it feels like it would have some of this Tea Berry Ice Rink in it, or at least something similar. Kind of get those pinky, ever so subtle undertones. This is a pinky purple, and this one is called Snapdragon. This one's really nice. I don't see myself using so much of this, and I have a 100 ml bottle of it. So this one could be another ink that I use up mostly for mixing up different colors, because it definitely is a little more complex than what initially meets the eye there. Okay, let's go a little dark and moody. Let's go this one, Abandoned Shipyard, which love that name as well. They have really fun ink names. This is a great green. Yeah, and if I remember correctly, this does dry down. Yeah, you can already see it here. A little darker, a little grayer than it goes down initially. Another one in that dark green type of family is arugula. Yeah, this one is like a brownish olive. Yeah, lovely in writing, lovely in a swatch. Do quite like arugula. All right, let's go with another gigantic bottle. This is Ceramic Kiln. It's an odd little color. It's like a orangey, corally brown. Quite lovely in writing there. All right, next we have Interstellar Bronze. And this one is definitely a brilliant sheening bronze colors. Greenish brown bronze. It's going to be fun as it dries down. It's very wet, very saturated in its formulation. Very appropriate name. And wow, I wish I would have got that as it was going. I changed water and the water was blue, like a dark blue, and as soon as I stuck this in here, we got that neon green reaction that I assume is from the sheen, because it happened with these, and these two inks have that crazy bright green sheen. So I don't know that much about ink formulation, and I feel like this is going to take a little bit to dry down. But as it does so, we can see some of that green sheen on Tiger's Eye and Rotten Seaweed. We have some beautiful red sheen here on Emerald Tree Monitor. Of course, Ice Rink has some lovely sheen. Polar Shadow has some black sheen. It's very subtle. That's about it as far as sheen goes, other than what we're getting here, of course. Okay, we are mostly dry here, so I can show you that close-up of Interstellar Bronze. It is mostly sheen, and even in, there we go, in the writing, you can see that here. So if you're a fan of sheen queens, yes. But we have completed the swatch party for Birmingham Pen Company. When I get those samples, I may plop them down here just to feel completed. But let me know your favorites from these down in the comments. I think for me, oh my gosh, I will attempt to pick 3 here. Oh my God, this is hard. I really like Waterfront Dusk, Abandoned Shipyard. Okay, you already know I love Ice Rink. Tiger's Eye and Tiger's Eye. Those are the favorites that I'm picking right now. Be sure to subscribe if you enjoy fountain pens, inks, planning, and journaling. And like this video if you had a fun time at the swatch party. If you want more, this just rubbed off on my finger. It was not dry. But if you want more swatch party fun, I actually have 2 more to share with you. There is a Robert Oster swatch party and also a Wearing Gold one, and I'll leave those for you right here. Thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. And now I'm gonna go clean up.